What's going on, everybody? This is One-Eyed Willie showing you how to build a super simple and efficient solo duo bunker base design. This can also be used for trios, but the spacing might be a little bit tighter. It does include a roof bunker for added security against door raiders. It also includes a furnace room as shown now to cook any ore that needs to be cooked, and a small oil refinery here. This is something that is crucial to the base because it allows us to jump up to the next level by jumping on the pipes. They can be bought at Outpost pretty early for only 125 scrap, and I would recommend buying one before you start this base design. It includes 2 loot rooms upstairs for lower priority loot, and 1 loot room in the main vault as well. This is where I would store all my higher priority loot, such as sulfur and explosives, guns, and everything else that you consider to be high value. The upkeep on this base is fairly cheap and easy enough for a solo to accomplish every day. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to build the base. So to start making the base, you're going to want to start with a single triangle foundation. Off of it, you're going to put 2 squares and fill in the gap with 2 more triangles. You're then going to wall everything off except for right here. We can put a double door frame. And we can fill in the top as well. And then everything that you see is going to be upgraded to armored durability. This will be our main loot storage inside of our vault. And it should all be armored to protect against raids from every single angle. But the door frames can go sheet metal just for now. They do not need to be armored. It will not add any extra raid cost for the raiders coming in. Then, alphabet, we're going to build 2 more triangles. These can be armored as well, and the walls attached to them should be armored. The roofs are also armored, and the doorway is the last thing that is going to be armored up. We can then go ahead and put another double door frame here and make that sheet metal. Put a sheet metal wall there for our TC. And you can do a door frame here if you don't have reinforced glass windows, but I'm going to put a reinforced glass window. And then we also can have our loot room here. And we can put any combination loot room in this square that you want. You can go for super efficient loot rooms, or you can use it for whatever you want. I would also place bags here now, because we are almost ready to seal off our vault. You can fit more than 2 bags here if needed, but I'm only going to put two down for the demonstration of this space. And our tier 3 can go here. So then out here, we're going to put 2 square foundations just like this. And on every side, we're going to put triangle foundations with 1 extra triangle there. Then we can go ahead and destroy those. And all of this can go up to sheet metal. We're then going to fill walls in all around. And walls in up here as well. Except for here, we can put a double door frame. Actually, the double door frame goes there. We can then put our small oil refinery here with the pipes facing towards us for easier jump up. And all of this can go to sheet metal as well, with a floor here. That can go sheet metal as well. This is actually supposed to be a door frame, and this can be a single door frame as well. And then we're going to want to wall off our entire upstairs. With walls just like that. And now we have 2 more loot rooms at our disposal if we have enough loot that requires them. Then we can go ahead and fill in the top. And this can all go to sheet metal as well. Then we can add our honeycombing around the entire outside of it. And all our honeycomb should be sheet metal as well, including any foundations. If you can get your foundations low enough, you can leave them stone, but I would recommend making everything sheet metal. It does make upkeep a little bit easier, and that way you don't have to make it hyper efficient. Just go sheet metal as well. These two triangles here are already honeycomb for the top floor, so you don't have to worry about adding an extra layer to the top here. But you are going to want to add another level of honeycomb to the square foundation, or the squares, because those are going to be our loot rooms. Don't add a honeycombing here because this will be our way up and down. And then we can go ahead and cap every piece of honeycomb with triangles. And upgrade all of them to sheet metal as well. And then we can finally add our roof honeycomb, which is going to go in the design as shown now, covering basically all the squares and the center triangle here. And these can all obviously go straight up to sheet metal. You can build this base in increments if you want, and you don't have to get everything to sheet metal right away if you're farming stone early game, as most people do. Making everything stone will be fine for now, as long as you can upgrade them to sheet metal and armored at a later time. And then finally we can add our way up and down into our base. I recommend putting a roof, and then make sure you fill in the gap below to protect against any door campers. And then we can go ahead and put a doorway here, and we can cap off our floor just like that. I recommend putting a wall frame here and putting a shop front in it. That way you can see out your base. This can help protect against certain door campers who are camping on that side. And then we can go ahead and put in any doors that we missed and haven't placed yet. Just like that. This door should swing the other way because that can give us our airlock. So we can close those doors and we can fill in our furnace room in this honeycomb here. Make sure you place the furnaces correctly so that we can fit the wall, and all three furnaces should fit in there. And just like that, upgrade these to sheet metal as well with hard side facing out. And there you have the basic base design. We just have to go ahead and fill in everywhere that is shown now with garage doors. This will add a little bit more protection. And then I will go ahead and show you how to put in the vault as well, because I think some people might not be familiar with what a roof vault is, as well as why we should make this wall here armored instead of sheet metal. So to put down the vault, you're going to want to first put a thatch foundation here, and then you're going to want to put in a roof attached to that foundation. Sometimes it can help to crouch and stand kind of at an angle, because sometimes it will block the roof and you won't have enough space to place it. So I like to come here at an angle, and then you want to upgrade this to armored when you get offline for the night. And that way, if somebody raids you through your front doors, as shown, they can go all the way in through all your front doors, but they won't be able to access your main loot room. They'll have to go through something that is armored, and they cannot squeeze through this hole no matter how hard they try. The best way to get through would be to go down through the top up here, but either way they're going to have to go through armored. They will be able to access these loot rooms, which is why I recommend keeping low tier loot up here. And then when you log on for the day, you're going to spawn at your bag inside. and then break this thatch foundation, and you have full access to your entire base. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please do leave them. I will read all the questions and comments and try to respond to all of them. You can build this base at your own pace, and like I said earlier, if you want to upgrade everything to stone for the time being, that is fine. I would recommend making everything sheet metal or armored eventually, but at the end of the day, you're going to build it to your preference and at your own speed. I do believe that this base can work really well, and the rocket cost to raid from any angle is about 23 rockets, which is pretty good for a solo, duo, or trio bunker base with relatively low upkeep as shown in the video. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. Thank you.